Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Remember11, The Age of Infinity. We are now fairly solidly on Satoru's route. So let's see what all insanity entails from it. That'd be accurate. Alright, up to you, Mogi, seize them by the shoulders.
鏡? あいにく僕は持ち合わせていないが。
Release Yomogi and scan the room. Anything that I can use as a mirror. A window will work, yeah. A small square window leaped into view. The other side of the window was dark. The weak light of the lantern illuminated the surface of the glass. Urgently rushed to the window. A face I have no memory of. The image reflected there was that of a young girl. I was aghast! Slowly, oh so slowly, I extended a hand toward the face that floated in the glass. Cautiously taking great care, I paid careful attention to how I moved, from my wrist down to my fingertips, so as not to break it. I held my breath, opened my eyes wide and softly. I touched the surface of the window pane. Who is this woman? Is this woman me? If that's so, then where has the me I recognize gone? Who am I? Which is the real me? I don't understand. Something's wrong. This world isn't the world I know. Loneliness and alienation overwhelmed me, and my own existence suddenly seemed thin and fragile. The anxiety became more and more unbearable. Reason deserted me in the face of a fear so powerful it made me want to scream. Oops. My consciousness ended there. It's gonna be zippity zap back over to SPHIA. Only they're going to be thinking of me differently. Trickster, really? Huh. Has to do with uni. Woke up shrouded in darkness. An eerie moan was coming from the other side of the window. My intuition told me that it was just the sound of the blizzard outside. The strong wind was rattling the window pane. Getting up from the bed, I took a quick glance around the room. My private room in SPHIA. This too was intuition. So he knows he's in SPHIA. Okay. That's an interesting thought. He knew where he was to begin with. Intuition is information understood directly without the assistance of the process called inference. Like the instinctive recognition of seeing an apple when one is placed before you, I immediately grasped the situation. I was currently in SPHIA, Specified Psychiatric Hospital for Isolation and Ages. Being in this facility, okay, I had it right first, was natural, and being in this room was natural. So he is there as a patient. Because this room was assigned to me. Why is he there? Leaving the bed, I switched on the lights. Oh. I don't know. In the future, I think that's the way it should be. Lights on. Of course they have that already. But, the stuff lying around the room was all mine. Nothing had been added and nothing had been removed. No particular abnormality was evident. I quickly observed my body. I was a man again. I have little Satoru again. Yes! Those two bulges had thankfully disappeared as well. Yay! Oh, disappointment. I was getting used to them. Truth be told, it's a bit of a shame. This is the real world, the world where I exist as myself. Oh, okay. Sorry, Satoru, I thought you was a bit of a pervert there. Apparently, you weren't. I breathed a sigh of relief. I guess he was a little disappointed that he wasn't free or something. But if this was the real world, did that mean everything up until now wasn't real? In other words, I'd simply been dreaming about Lynn in the shelter cabin? Didn't have to think about it. Look, I've transformed into a strange woman. There's just no realistic, scientific, or any reasonable way that such a thing could occur. Such a thing could only happen within one's imagination, in fantasies, illusions, delusions, or dreams. In a space free from the constraints caused the laws that rule all things, namely the world of dreams. Well, simply said, this sort of stupid event is only possible in a dream. That's all there is to it. Leaving my room, I went to the dining area. There was a large fridge in a corner of the kitchen. Opened it and took out a PET bottle full of mineral water. In the cupboard beside it, I found my usual glass. Picking it up, I filled it to the brim. Why is it here? I'm wondering. Gasping, I wiped my mouth. The icy water flowed into my stomach and rehydrated my entire body. Took my wristwatch out of my pocket. Okay, his wristwatch is in his pocket. That's interesting. Later than I thought. After putting the PET bottle back in the fridge, I went over to the living area. Wood carbuncle. Okay. I stood in the middle of the room. With my arms folded, I tried to take a look around. The only audible sound was the sorrowful roar of the blizzard. Wandering in the center of the room, I couldn't help but feel a little forlorn. What felt wrong wasn't the fact that I couldn't find so much as a shadow of a person. I felt different from my usual self. Even if the form was mine, something felt horribly wrong on the inside. It differed from the uneasiness I felt in a dream. It was a feeling of dreary emptiness. I identified the cause right away. I lost sight of my purpose. I know what I was trying to accomplish. What is he trying to accomplish? I don't remember having ever received instructions on what to do from anyone. My will didn't even guide me into doing anything, not a thing. My will was nothing but a null vector. A person is said to exist for a purpose as they live their daily life. Studying, working, building a family, loving, hating, enjoying the present moment, doing nothing. Anything is fine. In any case, one is constantly driven by necessity from within or from an outside command to do something. Instead, I had nothing. Perfect nothingness. If anything, I was at least performing the essential actions of sustaining my life, such as drinking water and breathing. Nice to know I'm breathing today. Well, I mean, that is a good thing, actually. I'm only being mildly sarcastic there. Then, thinking like I am now, this too, I suppose, is an act performed to make my body function correctly. With the exception of these primitive and instinctual acts, I was doing nothing. I felt as if something was missing, as if my core had been completely disconnected and stolen away. He don't know? He acted like it was a usual thing that he's there in SPHIA. He's assigned to SPHIA. Why is he there? You tell me, Satoru. I don't know. As for this facility, SPHIA, I know everything. The small rooms arranged in every direction, this living area, in the center, the kitchen, the surroundings enclosed by a high wall, the clock tower above the facility. You know, actually, they've showed this, but I haven't actually looked at it. But yeah, I like how I'm pointing, like you guys can see where I'm pointing at. Yeah, the room's there. In all the four corners. The place doesn't look that big, to be honest. I mean, if each of the rooms is, you know, just like a little bedroom and a bathroom, then the place overall isn't that big. Well, it looks like the clock tower is maybe about 3-4 stories tall. I mean, that's, you know, you don't want to fall off of it. You know, as happens with all clock towers in fiction. You either fall off of them or you wind up sliding down an electrical cable to plug in a to plug in a thing to send a time machine into the future. You know, it's those typical scenarios. So, I guess technically, the story does deal with time, so I guess either of those is something that could happen in it. Or, like I was saying before, since they had said something about nobody knew how to get into it, I'm thinking somebody might be in it. That's the only place that hasn't really been explored yet. In the SPHIA. In the SPHIA. Clock tower. Something struck me. I was climbing a spiral staircase and stood at the top of the clock tower. Then I don't know. I couldn't remember what happened afterwards. My mind was fumbling in the dark. It was a disaster being inside the chaotic snowstorm that was my messed up thoughts. Giving up, I decided to drop the matter. Even if I thought about it more, there wasn't a guarantee that I'd find what I was looking for. For now, finding a goal became my new objective. Well then, what to do now? I decided to visit the room on the right first, the one facing the kitchen. There was a boy inside. So wait, I'm really confused about why he's acting like he's supposed to be here and knows he's there. He knows about it, but he's acting like he's never been there? And don't know the people there? A little confusing. Guess maybe he has some sort of amnesia or something? I don't really know. He's sitting on a chair at first, but when I came in, he leaped up in a fluster and started talking. Two things surprised me. First was the fact that someone was inhabiting this room. If memory served me well, then this room was supposed to be vacant. Then why would you visit it? Does he just randomly go into other people's rooms and stuff? Or other rooms? I guess that could make sense. I guess if you're in a small area, you do want to see something different. Even if it looks the same. That makes sense. Secondly, the fact that the person was Uni, the boy who appeared inside my dream. Hairstyle, looks, even the round glasses, he was the spitting image of the one in my dream. Why is a character in my dream here in reality? I've said it already, but I really did believe that this room was vacant. What made me think that? I had no idea. The countless synapses in my brain were scattering in a flurry of sparks. He frowned perplexedly as he replied, I really don't remember any of that. What the heck did I do? At my wit's end, I began to pace around the room. There were still lots of things I didn't get, but I'd obtained some information from Uni. Uni just said a woman named Callie. A woman that named... This expression shows that the speaker has only recently met the person. Yeah. Possibly holds a tinge of doubt about a particular person as a result of unverified information from a report. One of the two. In this case, since Uni appeared to have directly witnessed the event he spoke of, the latter possibility can be rejected. Therefore, the relation between Uni and Itsumi Callie is clearly not that deep. So he knows Itsumi then. Is this the first time this is the first time he said Itsumi, right? By the way, for me to arrive at this sort of conclusion, I must already know this woman named Itsumi Callie. Itsumi Callie. Look, just like that. The fact that I stated her surname without much thought shows that I have memories concerning her. And I do know her. I could even vividly recall her appearance. Silver hair, brown skin, gentle eyes, voluptuous chest. All the defining features that one must always remember. As usual, I didn't know why I knew that. Nor when, where, and how I met her. Satoru, you're supposed to be shedding more answers than shedding questions. Quit shedding questions. I gave a heavy sigh. I felt like a marionette with my strings being pulled by someone whose true form I didn't know. That someone rules my memories and perhaps even controls my body. The fact that I'm walking around the room now isn't really because I wanted to. I don't even have the confidence to declare that. The thought of being controlled by someone was by no means pleasant. I began to feel irritated. Uni said this, spying on my state with uneasiness.
突然何を言い出すかと思ったら、俺が病気だってどこか悪いように見えるか？
思いっきり。
思いっきりって。
After inspecting my whole body to confirm my condition.
確かに首とか腰とか背中とか鈍い痛みのようなものがないわけでもないが。
違うよ。体のことを言ってるんじゃないんだ。心の中。
While drawing the palms of his hands to his chest, Uni
お
continued.
兄ちゃんは心の中が病気なんだって。突然暴れ出したりしたのもそのせいだし、僕のことを知っているかのようなふりをして見せたのも。
Oops, I'm mentally ill? I really wanted to laugh it off, but I couldn't. A part of me couldn't deny this possibility. This mysterious and inexplainable sensation of being controlled by someone. A part of me who'd lost its purpose. My memory lost, errors in my recollections. Not knowing what I should know, what I shouldn't know, and the strange dream I saw earlier. Considering all that, saying that I'm sick in the head doesn't feel all that far-fetched. Analyzing myself in a calm and objective manner, it's clear that the contents of my head are extremely chaotic. Maybe I have some kind of mental disorder. I was actually about to say something pretty similar. I like how every few phrases of conversation, I can just picture Satoru having one of those JD moments from Scrubs where he's just talking inside his head and you just standing there. Is this conversation over? Do I need to say something else? He just, what's he seeing up there on the ceiling? It feels like that's what Satoru is doing every single time. So Uni said Satoru. I asked that once.
ちょっと待って。お前、俺のこと知ってるのか?
Uni raised his brows in bewilderment. Turning around, he walked in front of the desk, picked something up, a disc-shaped object in a case. Uni spoke while swinging it lightly.
これだよ、これ。テラバイトディスク。
テラバイトディスク? それって最近製品化された大容量記憶媒体のことだよな。
まあ、小難しく言うとそうなるね。
でも
When did this game come out again? I can't remember. 2004? Yeah, have they made I'm not really that up-to-date tech savvy. They haven't came out with 1 terabyte DVDs, have they? I know they have a dual-sided 8 gig, but I'm pretty sure can't say they haven't, but I doubt it would be very common to have a 1 terabyte CD. Well, actually, to be honest, why would you have a 1 terabyte disc when you can get like got a 2 terabyte external hard drive? I can think and say words sometimes. I guess the CD would be more convenient to move stuff between computers, but probably be a little bit more reliable just having the flash drive, not the flash drive, external drive. A complex smile floated to his face as Uni stuffed the disc in his pocket. And how they, I can't remember, have they had this disc in this game? I know of one instance where I remember 1 terabyte disc, but it isn't from this game. I'm honestly unsure if I remember it from this game. Be an interesting callback if it was a reference to something else. Folding his arms, he walked around the room for a while, keeping my mouth shut. I followed his footsteps intently. Stopping all of a sudden, Uni began to speak. I don't get it. I was hoping for an answer to my question, but that was a really far off answer. Wait, did he just say he was going to trust everything that was on that disc? That's a smart thing, because you should always trust everything that you see on a computer. Always trust it. And trust me saying that, because that's related to the thing. I wouldn't lie to you guys. Well, I mean, I actually wouldn't. But not like, I don't know. I'm a sarcastic person, so I lie in a sarcastic way. This time it's an apology out of nowhere. As he bowed, he scratched his head in embarrassment.
どうして謝ったりするんだよ。
だってさっきサトルが来た時、僕冷たくあしらっちゃったでしょ。だから。
It was impossible to comprehend. My thinking process was a deadlock. All that moved were my eyelids as I blinked rapidly and uncontrollably.
そっか。サトルには心になってる時の記憶はないんだったよね。有機道サトルと冬川心は別の人格で。
冬川心。
How many times had this happened now? Again, that name sounded familiar to me. Fuyukawa Kokoro, female, 20 years old, 3rd-year student at... Okay. Kayumekin, okay, it wasn't that bad. Women's University, majoring in criminal psychology. This time, the question, why do I know the woman named Fuyukawa Kokoro, didn't come to mind. I was very, very close to accepting this baffling memory malfunction as something normal. However, the problems hadn't ended there. What's the meaning behind Yukido Satoru and Fuyukawa Kokoro are different personalities? Does have memories of the time he becomes Kokoro? What was he trying to say? Why did he suddenly apologize? How does he know me? We know many of these questions, but I'm going to go ahead and call it here, folks. We'll pick up again in the next one. Do hope you folks enjoyed, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Farewell there.